Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mongooli Show. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. Some of it really positive, some of it really negative, some of it just kind of sad, to be honest. So let's dive right in and we'll let you know what we're talking about. Hey guys, it's been kind of a sad week in Marvel Strike Force, and I recorded a goodbye to some content creators who have stopped, some envoys who have decided to leave the game. I have a much longer version of this that I've decided to put at the end of the video, as well as I reached out to other content creators. So I put all of their entire speeches at the end. If you want to go check that out, I'll have all of that at the very end of the video. We'll get into the news as quickly as possible, but I did just want to address, for anybody who didn't know, this week we lost envoys in Tana, 3088 Gaming, Purple Sticky, and Run 7. So I just wanted to say, guys, I appreciate everything that you've done for the community. I appreciate everything you've done for me, specifically for the people who have. You'll be missed. You're welcome back at any time, although I completely understand your reasonings for moving on. So here's brief clips from a couple other content creators who wanted to say something. The full clips are at the end of the video, and then we'll get into the news. Cheers.
It's a sad day today.
All three of them, they had to do what was best for them in their situation.
You are going to be massively, massively missed in the community, brother.
Thank you for being great content creators, but also amazing community members as well.
Those of us who knew them best talk about them often. I swear, the stuff they pulled, it always makes us laugh.
Yo, that hits close to your heart on the subject, though. Real talk. Cannot lie, was the biggest arm opening community when I first started on the stream joint. I cannot tell you how much I idolized the ground that y'all joints walk on, bro. Cannot tell you how much I love and respect for everything that you've done for the community inside and outside the game, bro. Real talk. People don't know about what content creators have to do behind the scenes.
The origin of why I started doing what I'm doing, and really what it was, is that I came to Twitch simply because of Run, and I stayed for Sticky.
It's only after we've lost everything and we're free to do anything.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
All right, so the week started off on Monday, as it always does. That was stupid. With the new event coming out where you wanted to do campaign nodes in order to earn credits that you could now spend on orbs, and it was convoluted. But the big news was Nexus Hard 5-7 was paying out ridiculous amounts of credits. So that was something you definitely wanted to be farming and honestly coring to farm for quite some time. Scopely found out about the problem fairly quickly, but instead of giving us compensation, they just decided, you know what, let it ride, and they gave us a full 24 hours to get as many credits from this as you possibly could. I had alliance mates saying they got 20,000 credits off of this in the first day alone. So I don't know how many people were getting like massive amounts out of this, but this was a huge payout, and I think Scopely actually did the right thing by just being like, you know what, we screwed up, here you go, enjoy. Sure, we could have got compensation, but whatever. I think this was a good way to play it. All right, so we've been hearing about this for a while, but the graphics in Marvel Strike Force are getting an update. You can see that this actually looks pretty crisp on screen. It's a little bit pixelated, but I think that's more to do with YouTube than the actual frame rates. I did see this in a call, and it looked amazing. I'm really looking forward to that as well. The new character models and whatnot, like it's just a little update, but like look how shiny he is. Like it just looks great. I can't wait for this to get live in the game. I think it's a great thing. Basically what they're doing is they are changing the rendering engine, if that makes sense to you. I'm not a technical guy, so as you can tell from this channel, but I think it's a pretty good fix, and I'm looking forward to it. MarvelStrikeForce.com has a brand new alliance tool where you can find people for your alliance to fill it up, find an alliance that's right for you. This is an amazing tool that honestly should have been in the game a while ago, but I'll take it sooner rather than later. No, later rather than better late than never. Valley Flying has a fantastic video on this that I'll link down in the description below. So if you want to check that out, know more about this, maybe you're an alliance leader looking to improve your alliance or fill up some blank holes. Maybe you're a member who's just got kicked out of your alliance or left your alliance or is just looking for a stronger one. Whatever the case may be, this is a great thing to be looking into. Make sure you check out that Valley Flying video. And there was a lot of rumors going around about like a secret reward on the website. No, they announce it right here. Like if you go to the website and you actually follow the instructions, you will get 1,000 campaign energy, 300 L4 training, and 15 golden orbs. Now I made a video on this as well as some of the promotional codes from the Cosmic Crucible tournament, which I'll link right here. So you can go check that out as well. I'll put the link in the description as well. So if you want to get some free stuff, that's the best video to watch. And if you want to learn how to get your alliance, this is the best video to watch from Valley Flying. All right, Cosmic Crucible is going to get some changes. First off, it's going to start on Sunday now instead of Monday. So you can expect matchmaking to begin on Saturdays. The matches actually begin on Sundays, and you'll play on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday instead of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Why did they make this change? We're not 100% sure. But here we are. That's what's going to be happening going forward. On top of that, some of the rewards are going to get better, which is actually quite nice. So now Platinum League has upgraded Diamond Dawn orbs to just straight up Diamond orbs, which is an amazing change. Diamond League has increased Diamond Orb rewards, and Masters and above and now reward all new Diamond Orb, which contains the most recent 100 new updated characters with higher chances to reward a 2 diamond or 3 diamond promotional character. Now, the cool thing about this is you have a pretty decent chance of getting a 3 diamond, but each character has a 1% chance. So you've got 100 different characters in there. You have a 1% chance of either one of them. Good luck getting the ones you actually want, but 10% chance of a 3 diamond is actually not bad, all things considered. So if you're in the Masters League or above, I didn't even know there was above Masters, Grandmasters, I guess. Great, that's all good for you. I'm personally been stuck in Platinum Hell for a long time, so the fact that we're going from Diamond Dawn orbs to Diamond orbs is very okay with me. And if I ever do crack into Diamond League, I will take the extra Diamond orbs and be very happy about it. All right, and in case you missed the Cosmic Crucible tournament this week, we will go over the room rule 9s really quickly. So for the global rule, Wakandan characters count as Illuminati. That's it. Very simple. Stage 1 is Full House. We had this one a little while ago where striker characters with ability block gain 50% damage, and when attacking character with ability block, apply bleed. Raider characters on turn clear ability block and heal for 10% of the character's max health, and skirmisher characters on successful attack apply ability block to primary target. Now the primary target is new. It used to be just it just did it. Now it has to be the primary target, but other than that, it's the same room. Stage 2 is Fatigued. All characters ultimate abilities cost 2 less to use. When using ultimate abilities, gain slow. On ally turn, characters with slow gain assist now. Room number 3, all characters with vulnerable on successful hit apply vulnerable up to a maximum of 5. When attacking a character with vulnerable, apply bleed. Room 4, all characters when using basic abilities generate ability energy. Ultimate abilities cost 2 more. Now we did clarify this one because we were told originally before the tournament that you would start with that additional 2 energy. So if you had an ultimate that you could do right away, you'd still be able to do it right away. That was not the case. Just ability energies or abilities, ultimate abilities cost 2 extra, period. So if you are planning on bringing like a super scroll or something, they're just going to go nuclear. It's going to take them a little while longer to go nuclear. That didn't make sense. That's not what happens. If you want to bring Apocalypse and have him go nuclear, it's going to take them a little bit longer to get to that point. Stage 5, all characters on turn clear all positive effects from self and heal 10% of the character's max health for each positive effect removed. And then room number 10, this is Dulam's Destruction. It's one he got to at least help with. When using ultimate ability, generate 1 ability energy for each enemy. And then congratulations again to Dorky Dad for winning the 2nd Cosmic Crucible tournament. That should mean that he will get the ability to have some impact on the next season, one of the rooms in there. Great on him for getting first place. Dulam got 2nd, I want to say, and then unfortunately we came in last, but it's fine. I'm totally okay with it because we did get the most amount of points, so I'm taking that as a little bit of a moral victory, even though clearly last place is what it is. But we had a good time, so we're totally fine with it. All right, next we're going to take a look at the Captain Britain debacle that was happening. I think it was last week we talked about this. Benny Westside had a great video on this, where essentially if you wanted to get the Captain Britain Awakened abilities and you bought one of the big offers, or if you bought a bunch of the offers but you didn't refresh the webpage, you wouldn't be given the option to get the Awakened abilities, even though you did spend significantly more money than some people who bought 2 smaller offers. So they did decide to go back on this and say everybody who did buy multiple offers or who spent $100, regardless of how many options you bought, will get the Awakened abilities. Receive 200 Awakened ability material for Captain Britain, which I think is a great way of just being like, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending money on the game. Here you go. As well as players who originally purchased 2 eligible offers will receive 200 T4 ability materials and 2 diamond orbs, again, as just a thank you for spending money on the game, and we want to keep your business, essentially. They also mentioned that Hank Pym is now live, and now, for the first time that I've seen, they're saying you can get him for an amazing deal similar to Black Panther Shuri offers. I don't know why they didn't say this from the very beginning. This was my major complaint, is they're going to charge less for Black Panther and then go back to regular pricing for this guy, and it cost a lot more. If they just told us from the very beginning both of them were on sale, I mean, it still would have been an issue for getting Captain Britain, but at least it would have been better. So maybe they changed their mind on this. Maybe they just didn't have the wording the first time. I don't know, but here it is. And then version 8.2 is getting a little bit of a release. They don't talk about why. They're just mentioning that it is going to be on a tentative hold while they're working on something behind the scenes. That's all we know. All right, you can see there's one more blog here that we're going to get into, but it has to do with the actual blog. So we'll get into the real blog and then we'll come back to this one because this is actually pretty major, but it won't make sense out of context. So let's jump into it. All right, as always, first thing we're going to see is that there is a keep an eye out for inbox messages for Alpha Flight to Bumps and Elite Store, as well as the Penny Parker Diamonds are coming to the Elite Store. So that's fantastic. All right, now here's the big one, guys. Here's what the other blog was about. Temporal Dimension 2 is coming to the game on July 16th, which I believe is Tuesday. So what we're looking at here is you're going to want to use your Cabal team and your Illuminati team in order to make your way through this. You can see that the requirements are pretty much all Cabal characters and Illuminati characters. If we take a look at the actual chart, you can see that you're going to require 3 Cabal teams at Gear Tier 14 to do the first 4 nodes, and then 5 Illuminati characters at Gear Tier 14 to do 5 through 8. Which means if you're free to play, you are doing 4 nodes, and that's it. I feel like this was a little bit of a tone-deaf decision going on, considering what's going on right now. This feels, again, like you're gating the free-to-play community, the people who are supporting this game. Admittedly, not the people who are financially supporting the game, but even, I mean, you know what? Screw that. I am supporting this game financially. I pay for the passes, and I don't have the Illuminati team, and I'm not going to have the Illuminati team. I decided Captain Britain was not something I was going to spend money on, so I didn't buy anything for Shuri. I didn't buy anything for Hank, despite the fact that Cosmic Crucible was my favorite way to play. So I am supporting this game financially, and I can do the first 4 nodes, and that is it for this thing. So this is upsetting for a lot of people, especially after Old Man Logan was Stargated, especially after Captain Britain was straight up pay to play. There was another one that I'm blanking on right now, but it feels like it has been hit after hit after hit, where it's just like, no, give us more money in this very specific way or piss off. So this bothered people, obviously myself included, as you can tell. So here is the solution. Here's the second blog that we kind of skipped over. What they're saying is they heard us and they reacted very quickly to this. This came out very, very quickly after that other blog did, when people are like, what the actual F? So what they're saying is now you only need 3 Illuminati characters instead of 5. 3 of the characters are incredibly easy to get. We got reworks for Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, and Black Bolt. So you should already have those characters. You probably already have them at 7 stars, to be perfectly honest, unless you're a newer player, in which case they're easy to obtain. So hopefully you can. It doesn't say there is a star requirement, just a gear requirement. So you'll just have to get them up to Gear Tier 14, which isn't too bad, all things considered. And they're going to be sending out to the players 10 Pym's Pal orbs, 10 Black Panther Shuri shards, 3 Armory 19 orbs, 150 L4 training modules, and 8 Crimson Gear raid orbs. This is actually pretty amazing that they're doing this above and beyond. I honestly would have been happy with them just giving us the Illuminati character changed, so we only had to have the 3 Illuminati characters. Now, what I don't know, I'm assuming that you have to have 3 Illuminati characters and you can bring in 2 of whoever you want because it is a 5-person node. Same with the Cabal, you have to have the 3 Cabal members, but then you can have 2 of other people in there, I'm assuming. If it is required that you have to have, you can only use the Illuminati characters, but you're allowed to enter it with just 3, that is going to change that math pretty drastically because by all accounts, Iron Man is trash. So that's a little unfortunate, but at least they're allowing you to try. And honestly, that's the biggest thing here. Even if you make the game exponentially harder so that you have to spend money in order to actually do the content, but you can try the content for free, that's for the most part all we're asking for. Because if I can try it, I can be like, okay, I need just a little bit more on this character, and I can spend how I choose to build that character up if I want. But when you just say like, no, hardwall, you can't do anything unless you spend money, that's where we come into issues. So I think not only am I happy that they changed this, I wish they just didn't, I wish they had the forethought to have just not done it in the first place, but so be it. I'm happy they changed this, and the fact that they're giving us free stuff is actually kind of amazing. So thank you, Scopely. This is actually a good move after a minor stumble. Well done. And then as far as the rewards for this go, they're actually pretty good. First time rewards are include diamond orbs, 7 red stars for Mr. Fantastic, crimson gear pieces, and then the timed run will give you 3 diamonds for Mr. Fantastic and even more crimson gear pieces. Mr. Fantastic is a pretty good member on that new team, so I think the fact that you're yielding 7 red stars, which you probably have, but the diamonds is actually pretty nice. So not bad rewards if you can make it all the way to the bottom. We'll see how well we do. It's still going to be a fight. It's still going to be something you're going to have to work for. I hope they don't make this braid dead simple where you can just hit auto the entire time. I would love it if it was actually a game mode in this game, but here we go. All right, so the next level of the Wilderness Expedition event is going to be the Guardian of the Camp, and this is going to be a way that you can help unlock Shuri. What you're going to want to do is battle in Cosmic Crucible, and you're going to get bonus points if you use the Illuminati team. Now, there's 3 reworked members that you should have, and there's 3 brand new members. I don't think we have access to Captain Britain just yet, even if you're spending money, but I haven't been paying attention because I haven't been spending money, so if that's wrong, then so be it. So you have 5 characters for sure, because Hank Pym is in the game right now. You could have a 6th character that you could be using to make this even easier for yourself. You're also going to earn Black Panther Orb fragments from ISO 8 campaign notes. There's 2 different ways you can earn towards this one. And if we jump in, you can see there's a whole bunch of lab supplies, which are going to be working towards the month-long event. You're going to get the map orb fragment. Sorry, just the map fragment, my bad. For the month long, as well as there are 35 Black Panther Shuri shards. Now she's 100 shard unlock, so this is not going to get you all the way there, but these Panther orb fragments, I have to assume, are going to have her orbs in them, her fragments in them. We don't know how good those orbs are going to be yet. Check back on Monday. I'm hoping, no, that's a lie, we're not going to do a video on Monday. Just check back in on the game on Monday when this goes live. I'll probably talk about it on my Twitch channel more so than make a video about it. I'm working late this whole week, so I don't know if I'll actually have time to make a video or not. If you can use your Black Panther in Crucible, you'll get 1,000 points. There is a limit, so you only get to use her 1 time. And then Hank Pym, same thing. There's a limit of once to all these things. So you will get some good points, but you don't have to use them constantly. So there's that. You're going to want to earn Guardian of the Camp milestone points. That's going to be from the feeder event. Let's go take a look at that. So for the feeder event, you're going to want to earn Alliance credits. That's where you donate to the Alliance member, so you can get about 650 of those a day, which is pretty simple. A little more if you spend power cores, but 650 will be pretty decent. Let's take a look at the chart. All right, so you're going to need 2,500 of these over the course of 7 days. So if you take 650 and we times that by 7, that's 4,500. So you don't need anywhere close to that much. So let's actually reverse math that. 2,500 divided by 7, let's say. So you only need about 350 of these every single day. That should be incredibly easy as long as your alliance, well, as long as you're in an alliance and they're participating even a little bit. 350 alliance credits should be pretty simple because simply by donating, you're going to get 150 a day, I believe it is. So, and if you spend power cores, you can get even more. This should be a very, very simple one. You're going to need a lot of supply orbs. You're going to get some L4 training modules, which is nice. You're going to get about 1 million gold, a little bit over, yeah, about 1 million gold. And then we've got the Panther Orb fragments as well as the Guardian of the Camp milestone points. So all of these points are going to count towards that main event. So let's add it all up. Okay, so you're looking at about 30,000 Guardian of the Camp milestone points as well as 4,000 of these Panther Orbs. So let's jump back to the main one. So that's 34,000 points simply from that event. That'll take you almost up to milestone 11 just alone on that. Never mind doing your oh wait. So I did just notice it says Battle in Cosmic Crucible bonus points for using Illuminati characters. But if we take a look at the chart, it doesn't say anything about using Cosmic Crucible. It says use Shuri in Cosmic Crucible and use Hank in Cosmic Crucible, but there's no points on this chart for just playing Cosmic Crucible. I'm going to assume that's a typo, and I'm going to reach out to the devs to see if that is in fact the case, but it does specifically say Battle in Cosmic Crucible. So I'm going to assume that you are going to get some amount of points simply for doing Cosmic Crucible. Again, check back Monday. We'll do this math a little bit better on Twitch or whatnot. You can follow that over at twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show. If you're not already a follower over there, go check that out. We go live every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we take a look at the leaderboard here. I know it's super small, but essentially the top 3% are going to get Crimson gear. The top 1,000 players are going to get diamonds for Black Panther Shuri. And if you can make it all the way into the top 75 players, you're going to get 3 diamonds for Black Panther Shuri. Now, it'll be interesting to see because we know there have been a couple of content creators who have left. I know there have been community members who have left. It'll be interesting to see what this leaderboard looks like if as many people have stopped playing as it sounds like have stopped playing. You might be able to do better at this than you think you're going to, simply because there's not as many people playing. Or maybe some of the more people that are playing are newer players, and that'll bump you up the sky rankings even better. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, there is also an alliance-wide event in Machines for Money, where you're going to battle in Alliance War and collect allied supply 5 orb fragments. This is going to start on Monday. And you can see that the play 1 Alliance War is going to be 600 points. There is no limit. I'm assuming that's a typo. This 430,000 limit is supposed to be down here. There's no way there's no limit to that. I mean, I guess there's probably an inherent limit because you can only play in war so many times. You know, whatever. Anyways, this is probably the 430,000 points down here, and there's not likely to be a limit for the allied supply 4 orb fragments. So make sure that your entire alliance is participating in this, starting on Monday, doing all of your war attacks, which you should be doing anyways. You can see there's a lot of lab supply points here, and even one way down here, which again seems a little odd, but we're going to trust it. You can get a decent amount of gold here, like 5 million gold if you can make it down to milestone 18. There's 6 mega gold orb fragments, or 6,000, so 3 of them. Some crimson gear, no diamonds that I see, but some dark promotional credit, some good stuff if you can get down far enough. Training materials all the way along, gold all the way along. You're gonna do war anyways. This is just paying you for doing it, so just make sure your alliance is participating. You'll be fine. The Extreme X-Men are going to be your quick Rumble Blitz for next week. We're not even going to bother looking at the charts. It's the same every single week, just so you know that it's there. There is an arena update starting on version 8.2, which they just mentioned. We don't know when that's coming out. Players will be able to complete all 5 arena attacks at once without waiting for the 15-minute cooldown. That's fantastic news. And if you want extra arena attacks, you still have the option to power core to do so. Now, I don't usually get all 5 of my arena attacks in a day, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I'm pretty sure once you hit 5 in a day, you are done. Is that not correct? So they're actually changing this so that theoretically you can play as many arena battles in a day as you want. Again, if I'm wrong on that, I apologize. I usually only get like 3 attacks in a day just because I honestly forget about it, to be honest. But the fact that you can now do all of them without the cooldown is going to be really interesting for that last hour of arena, where everybody's trying to get that last little push before payout. The fact that now you can do that for free is really interesting. And if I'm correct, and you can just do it over and over and over again. I mean, I'm sure the power cores will jump exponentially to the point where it's not worth it. But theoretically, the fact that you could get 10, 15 attacks in a day could be interesting. Now, this could really drastically change those arena events that we get every now and then, where you have to actually be high up in the arena to get more rewards. This will have an impact on that, to be sure, but we'll have to see if it's a good impact or a bad impact. The only thing that I don't like about this is that last hour. I'm afraid that people are going to go absolutely insane trying to get 5, 6, 7 attacks in the last like 10 minutes just to try and boost their points, and I'm going to fall like a stone because that's usually when I'm driving home from work. But here we go. We'll find out. And the last thing is the Mercs Golden Bounty. Now, never have I been so happy to be wrong. I thought last weekend was the last time. I must have gotten my math wrong. We have one more weekend of this, which is like 10 million gold for free, just for doing a couple of blitz battles. This is absolutely amazing. Make sure you remember to do this, though, because it is the weekend. Some people put the game down for a couple of days. Make sure you do this, because like 10 million gold is not nothing. And it's essentially free. It's like the minimalist amount of engagement you could do for this. So I'm really glad this is back. And I hope after this one, they do it again with a different team. This is absolutely amazing, Scopely. Keep this up. All right, that's all we've got for today. I recorded half this video last night and half of it this morning. I've had some serious technical issues, but I'm hoping to get live on Twitch in the very near future. So make sure you head over to twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live. Again, it's every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thursday is the movie show. I usually have a guest on. Usually it's Run 7. Sometimes it's other people. This week, we're going to be doing an episode called R Rating, where I'm going to have Cleaning Agent and Run 7 on, and we're going to talk about the Mad Max franchise and basically give it a score, put it on a leaderboard, and then every time we do that, we'll put them on the same leaderboard and kind of get a franchise ranking over time. I'm super excited about that one, so check that out. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show. If you enjoyed this video, you made it this far, please consider hitting the like button. Please consider subscribing. It helps the channel out immensely. We are very, very, very close to 1,000 subscribers, which is an amazing milestone, and I would love to hit that. So if you can help me out with that, that would be amazing. You made it this far in the video, you probably enjoyed it. Other than that, I'm going to play the full versions of what the content creators sent me as their goodbyes to the content creators who have left us recently, or the envoys who have left us recently. If you want to watch that, stick around. If not, I totally understand. But until next time, Commanders, I hope you're safe, I hope you're well, and good luck to you. All right, let's just address the elephant in the room. This week in Marvel Strike Force, before we even get into any of the news, we have to address the fact that 4 envoys have left the program and stopped playing the game. Now, Tana just quit this afternoon. I don't have a whole lot to say about the guy. We've never had any interactions. I doubt he even knows my name other than maybe from the Cosmic Crucible tournaments. I'm not being rude. We just have had no interactions. 3088 Shane, really good dude. Really fun guy to watch. I've enjoyed his streams. I've just enjoyed lurking in there. He's been the kind of guy where we usually overlap a little bit. So he'll like message me, be like, hey man, are you ready to start streaming yet? And I'll be like, give me like 2 minutes. I'll be like, yeah, no problem. And he'll continue his stream for a couple of minutes just so he can raid me. That's really cool. I hope he keeps streaming something so I can keep watching the streams, because he's just a funny guy and I enjoy his company. Purple Sticky, phenomenal dude. I've had him on the show a couple of times once. For the movie show, that is, and he's just an absolute blast to hang out with, whether you're in his chat room, whether you're actually talking to the dude. He is such a nice guy, and I don't want to say he puts his heart out there. That's maybe not quite the right thing, but like it's rare to find somebody in the real world, let alone in the online world, where like when they say they're going to do something, they legitimately do it. And Purple Sticky was one of those guys. Like if you asked him to do something for you, he was on it. Like he would absolutely do that for you. The video that I've had that you've all seen where I have all the different envoys like mispronounce my name, he was the only one that reached out to me and was like, hey man, do you want a segment from me? And I was like, absolutely. At this point, I thought he was too big for me, to be perfectly honest. And so that was really awesome that he reached out being like, can I help you? Not that either was going to get any more fame from it. Like my channel's like a quarter of the size of his, if not less. So like there's no benefit for him other than just being a good guy. When I asked him for help with a Twitch promo thing, he jumped right in, no problem whatsoever. When I asked him for him to be on the movie show, he jumped right in, no problem whatsoever. He's just a good dude. And like he's funny as hell, he's super entertaining. I really, really hope that he continues to do something, because I want to keep talking to that guy. And then the big one for me was Run 7 quitting. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't see this one coming. This was predictable from a mile away. He'd been saying for a while now that, like, if Battle World doesn't hit, he's gone. And we don't know when Battle World's coming out. And he was finally just like, you know what? I'm sick of waiting for it. I'm just out. When I tell you that I am where I'm at as a streamer is because of Run 7, I mean it wholeheartedly. Now, I started streaming, I started using YouTube before I knew who he was, so I can't be like Duelam or like Zero who'd be like, oh man, he gave me my start. but he was one of the very, very first people who found my channel and gave me like words of encouragement, be like, hey man, channel looks awesome, you're doing great, keep it up. If you, as long as you keep doing it, I'll keep watching it. I swear to God, he put that message on one of my earlier videos. I had less than 50 subscribers at the time, and I saved it. Like I posted it on my Facebook. Like I was like, holy crap, this like massive YouTuber like noticed me. Like this is really cool. And like that kind of stuff keeps you going to a certain extent. Like the recap bonus is a real thing, or the recap bump. Like when you get on the recap, you do see that video get a few more views than it would have got otherwise. So that was cool. But more so than that, because most of the time when I make content like this, if you're familiar with me, you know that I have like, I try to put some humor into things like this. Like I try to make things a little bit funnier and whatnot. But so much of the time, like you put it out there and maybe you get some likes, maybe you get one person being like, ha 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 in the comment section, but there's no direct anything. So like the fact that the recap would be somebody kind of reacting to the content you make was pretty cool. Even if it's 24 hours or 48 hours later, at least there was that interaction with somebody, because most of the time I'm just sitting here talking to a camera. And I love hanging out with you guys on Twitch. I really do. But again, most of the time it's just me alone in a basement talking to a camera. And when you have things like the recap where the camera talks back, that was a weird sentence, but I think that kind of made sense. It did matter. It did feel amazing to make it on that. It did feel great when, like, you know, you can actually see that you did make somebody laugh. Like LOL is one thing, but like actually watching somebody laugh when you do something funny is amazing. So when I say that I started this program to, like, honestly, I started this to make my alliance better because I was sick of getting crappy rewards. That's why I started content creation. It's been a weird journey, man. But a good chunk of why I'm still doing it, and a good chunk of why I'm as big as I am right now, is due to Run 7, is due to Brian. So I feel like, whether he recognizes this or not, I feel like I owe him a ton, and I just want to say thank you so much for everything you've done, my man. And I look forward to seeing what you do in the future. And for those who don't know, and I don't mean this as self-promotion, but like we do have a movie show that we do over on YouTube and Twitch once every other week, roughly. So I know that I'm going to keep hanging out with Brian, and it's such an honor for me to call you my friend after watching your content for as long as I did, and after looking up to you for as long as I did. So I understand you got to go. I understand this game's not for you anymore. I'm not going to try and talk you into it whatsoever. I totally get you want to spend more time with your family. That's a great reason to quit playing this game. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not going to miss you doing the recap. I'm not going to miss you doing your streams and whatnot. So it's not goodbye, but it still stings. And I just had to get that off my chest. And if people like skip the video because of this, I get it. But this is the Mongooli show, and some weeks we're super excited and some weeks we're a little sad, and this is just where we are this week, man. It's been a weird week. It's been tough at work. It's been an up and down with the tournament being so much fun, and then it being followed up directly by Run 7 quitting. I reached out to Purple Sticky to be like, hey man, would you mind going over my Cosmic Crucible defenses with me just to like make sure that I'm not totally missing something? And he's like, I would usually, but I'm going on vacation. I'm quitting the game. And I'm like, okay, that was a lot to process in one sentence, but oh, sure. I don't know. Anyways, I reached out to a bunch of other different content creators. I wanted to get their feedback on these guys and their impact on them, and what they liked about them, what they're going to miss about them. And I wanted to keep it to like 30 seconds and have this be like a 2-minute segment. And I just loved everything those guys said. So instead of doing this as a really small clip, what I'm actually going to do is at the end of the video, I'm just going to post their entire videos that they made about these guys, because I think that it's worth it. So if you don't care, don't worry about it. That's it for this video. You can skip the ending. If you do want to see the impact these guys have made on myself and other content creators, stick around to the end. Let's get into the news.
So the next event starts at... No. That's all wrong. 3088 Gaming, Purple Sticky, Run 7. Guys, you have all done some amazing content, but this is a massive shout out to my brother Run 7. You are going to be massively, massively missed in the community, brother. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for the recap. Thank you for all the fun times that we've had on stream together. And I'm sure I'll catch you on another stream soon. See you around, Rum.
Been a crazy few last months here, Marvel Strike Force, and this last week was no exception with 3 streamers, content creators, and envoys, all of the above, leaving the game. Run 7 hits the hardest for me because he's helped me a lot with my stream, with my YouTube stuff. And if you didn't know, he's helped out dozens of other content creators kind of behind the scenes with the same kind of stuff. So he's going to be really missed. I can't wait to see what he's going to be doing in the future. Hopefully we can do some other gaming with him on other games. But, you know, all 3 of them, you know, they had to do what was best for them in their situation. But they're going to be missed. It's sad. It's disappointing, honestly, for the reason why they quit being mostly because the game is not heading in a great direction. So hopefully something happens with that. 3088 Gaming, Shane, I was fortunate enough to be around a lot when he was streaming. So I'd be able to be in his chats a lot. He's a great guy. All 3 of the ones that quit this week, they're way better entertainers than I am at streaming, and I only wish I could have a 10th of their talent there. But Shane was a great guy. He didn't. He tried to keep things positive, right? And I really like that about him. That's kind of what I try to do too. And then Purple Sticky, I was in his chats a lot, but didn't really get to talk to him outside of that too much. But another great loss to the community as far as entertainment value goes. He's probably one of the tops out there for that. So I wish them all the best and hope they find joy in whatever they do. And I'll still be personally sticking around. I hope a lot of the other content creators do, because I do feel like Scopely will turn things around if they see a negative reaction to things that are going on. So there you have it. Thanks for having me on, Mongooli.
To Run, Shane, and Sticky, thank you for being great content creators, but also amazing community members as well. To Shane, thank you for being entertaining, funny, but also so supportive of us creators. You know, you're always there looking at my streams, and I really appreciate you for that. To Run 7, thank you for always being so collaborative. You know, you invited me for the tournament, you invited me for Defense Up to help on stream. I really appreciate the love and support that you have for us creators as well. And to Sticky, thank you for showing me that quality and entertainment go hand in hand. And I'll never forget the amazing moments that you've had on Crucible on stream. To the 3 of you, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I know all of you are going to rock it. See ya.
It's only after we've lost everything and we're free to do anything.
But still, it was worth it. It's a sad day today. Thinking about it, you know, being back in the dungeon here where they always keep me down, it's always that guy there who was always messing around, and he will be missed. The Sticky will be missed, even though the seller is here. And I'm kind of stuck in it. But it is what it is. Gotta move on. And, well, this image always remains. It's just a funny image to look at, really, because, you know, he's just a wanted kind of guy. I mean, you know, we're gonna miss the Sticky, even though we're stuck with Pat Daddy. It's a really good person to get stuck with, though. It is Pat Daddy, but we're gonna miss the Sticky. I just still can't believe that this was shot over a year ago with this guy, with that guy. Like, look at him. Look at how young he looks. But still, it was worth it. I gotta admit, this was one of the funniest things to help out with. He was sucking on lemons, and I decided to go ahead and add on to the frustration of making sure he gets some lemons on it. So, hey man, the scurvy I miss Run too, man. Run was a stand-up guy. Helped out a lot. Gonna miss him. 3088 Gaming. Brother from across the pond. He's very, very interesting, very, very unique, and very, very got his ass beat a lot. But still, he was amazing with the community. He took this community, well, and we're gonna miss him, man. Miss him. We got all these guys leaving, man. Like a void that we want filled. But we'd rather have them back instead of something else filling that. Sad day.
This week in Marvel Strike Force, we lost 3 content creators. Purple Sticky, Grimace, my man, 3088 Gaming, Shane, Sugar Shane, and Run 7, my man. I'm filming a show here. Those of us who knew them best talk about them often. I swear, the stuff they pulled, it always makes us laugh. Sometimes it makes me sad, though, the 3 of them being gone. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. And when they do fly away, the part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. Still, the place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone. I guess I just miss my friends.
All right, it's very unfortunate that we're losing Purple Sticky and Run 7 this week. It is. For a lot of people, they don't really know the origin of why I started doing what I'm doing, and really what it was is that I came to Twitch simply because of Run, and I stayed for Sticky. I mean, a lot of what I do is based on what based on what Run 7 did when I first found him. His defense up videos and stuff like that, he always had all the people in the voice calls and stuff like that. I really liked the way that went. And so I based a lot of what I did around that. And I mean, it's kind of like a cross between Taco and Run 7. But that being said, those 2 guys were crucial to this community. And a lot of the fun is gone because Purple Sticky is gone. A lot of the fun is gone because Run 7 is gone. For the rest of us, that means that content creators need to step up, and we need to be a little bit more entertaining, because now our entertainment factor is pretty much gone. I mean, the stuff that Run 7 and Purple Sticky put themselves through for this community says a lot. You know what I mean? And I will always respect them. Like, Run 7 is one of my alliance mates. He's been one of my alliance mates for a long time. There is nobody that I know of that has been more broken over missing a single node in one raid. That guy really cares. And I'm at a loss. Love those dudes to death. And without further ado, we'll go to the blog.
Yo, what's going on, Slayers? It's your boy, John Johnson, kicking it straight out of King Slayer Gaming. I gotta take a second. Yo, Mongooli out here with the shout out. Had to bring your boy in to speak on the subject. We talking about it today. 3088 Gaming, as well as Purple Sticky and Run 7, are no longer going to be playing Marvel Strike Force. Yo, that hits close to your heart on the subject, though. Real talk. Cannot lie, was the biggest arm opening community when I first started on the stream joint. I cannot tell you how much I idolized the ground that y'all joints walk on, bro. Cannot tell you how much I love and respect for everything that you've done for the community inside and outside the game, bro. Real talk. People don't know about what content creators have to do behind the scenes to get us to where we play the game on the day-to-day basis. It's just seamless out here, dog. Real talk. I just want to let y'all know I love each and every one of y'all and value individually. This is going to be a sexy time for each and every one of y'all, because now the shackles are gone. You can finally go and live your life. Go touch some grass, baby. yo, real talk. If you are fans of these sexy content creators, as you should, make sure to continue to follow them as they continue this next step in their journey. Whether they continue to do content, whether they go to a different game, this, that, and the other, they will continue to need your support out here as well as your love, baby. This is going to be a time where we're going to see who really is in it for the love, yo. Until next time, thank you so much for having me on Mongooli. Yo, this is my first cameo on the Mongooli show. You know what it is.